Hello, members of the Makiki Neighborhood Board.
Yes.
I'm here to share as well, but I wanted to suggest and request possibly holding discussion until our students, staff, and parents who've been waiting a long time and it's on a school night.
Okay.
If they're able to share, and then you ask all your
Yeah,
questions at
we're
once.
not looking for a lot of sharing. Come and
Well-
talk, but we don't need 15 people to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so do you have something to add?
this is a learning process for them. They prepare
Yeah.
testimony. They've been waiting patiently for a long time.
Okay.
So that's the first thing I want to share.
Okay, thanks.
The other thing is, not in a contradicting way, but we did talk to the Army Corps engineers, one of my staff, Eric Yoshimoto, and we were told something a little different. It's not alongside the TMK. So just first to introduce myself, my name is Kiola. I'm a Makiki resident, director of a nonprofit called Mana Maoli, which founded Halau Kumana
Yep.
Charter School, a sailing canoe program, and a Mana Mele project. Former principal at Halau Kumana as well. And when we spoke with the Army Corps of Engineers, as well as aligned with what we're looking at on the maps, the detention basin is squarely on parcel 2 of Mana Mauli's lease with DLNR, which is 5.3 acres from Archie Baker Park
Yep.
up through Makiki Nature Center. We sublease to Halau Kumana.
Yep.
Their campus sits on parcel
Got it.
2, and the detention basin about the size of a football field in a space where classroom and field space is very, very limited. And the plans of this detention basin appears to be right on there. They're claiming they're not looking to seize lands, which is great. In the very least, the construction, its impacts on parking, traffic, noise is going to be long and real. And then that's not even getting into the fact that we're not informed yet by any official entity. Again, thanks to Dave and others, we're aware of the project. But basically, there's a lot of questions that we have about how this $300-something million is being spent, and is it truly in the interest of all Aina, all Kanaka, not just Waikiki downstream, but those upstream.
Okay.
So the main message I have on behalf of Mana Maoli, and it may be echoed by others, is we're not in favor or opposed to any aspect of the project simply because we're uninformed. We are calling for a pause on the project so that we can be informed, and we'd like to partner with the Army Corps of Engineers, you folks on the neighborhood board, and all individuals and entities who would like to work together towards brainstorming the best
Yep,
solutions.
got it. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else have another point of view? We can have all the kids come up. That'd be great. But, okay, what are you going to talk about?
My opposition to the Halau
Okay,
project.
one statement. Don't read it. Just tell me what you want.
Basically, what I want from this board is for you guys to be open to at least discussion about, your position on the project. Basically, that's the message on behalf of myself.
Okay.
We want to put a pause to this.
Yeah, got it.
Just so that we can, review, because definitely it's going to be impactful to everyone
Sure.
here.
Okay, good. Somebody else? Good. Give us a statement. Okay. What do you think?
Hello, Mike Kako. My name is Anela Howard.
Yep.
My statement is that the current plan for the Alawai Canal poses drastic environmental impacts.
Yeah,
with the
no.
inclusion of-
Okay, how? What?
This project would destroy thousands of acres of stream and environmental
Thousands of acres? Nah.
natural forests, and
No. Relax.
well, it would also
Go ahead.
it will destroy natural forests and increase runoff and sedimentation. So the only my position on it is trying to look at it from trying to prevent flooding, and should seriously consider these other kinds of sustainable solutions for a project that will have irreversible, multi-generational negative effects if done incorrectly. So I would like to and suggest
Good.
do it sustainably and environmentally friendly.
Sounds good.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Okay. Anybody else?
Hello, Mike Kako. Greeting members of the board. Thank you for hearing our concerns tonight. I'm really kind of shocked that our students aren't being given the space after days and days of research, of preparation, to come into a capacity such as a neighborhood board to voice their opinions as the actual makayanana of this place. It's very, very telling about the lack of inclusion that's been happening in our communities. And I think maybe most of the board members would agree that these kids have been working physically,
Okay, good.
mentally, and spiritually to heal this place. And I think they deserve a little bit of your time. Maybe
right.
you got to go someplace, but we got to go someplace too. But before this issue is settled, I think that you, on behalf of all of the board members who are probably nodding your head right now in agreement that we're not being treated with the respect that we deserve. So on behalf of Halau Kumana, New Century Public Charter School, we
Keep
need
it
to be
down.
heard.
Keep it
My
down.
position is this, and
okay.
which I'll finish.
Good.
My position is that nothing has been adequately discussed
We've heard you.
with this community, like nobody has been informed about it on this board. Board members, please raise your hand if you knew about this project.
Okay.
Why wasn't it brought to us? Why do you guys know about it and we don't know about it? How come Halau Kumana has been in that valley for over 10 years and we don't know about it?
Okay.
First,
It was all the
let
papers.
me just finish. One, there hasn't been adequate consultation with the community, which is why a lot of community people are here.
Yep.
And all the communities throughout the different valleys that are being affected by this.
Yeah.
Two, like this gentleman had mentioned, what are the alternatives? If you haven't seen the alternatives, then this voids federal law as well as state law. Please make the right decision. Vote to support the resolution. Put a
Okay.
halt on this project until we can get more information to our communities. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Somebody else want to speak? Come on up.
Hello, how's it going? I just had a question. I know everybody's pretty much concerned about the whole situation that's going on. I was just wondering how you all on the board wanted to collaborate with the hardworking students in the community and different people in the community, as well as our local and state representatives, to actually bring some type of information and some type of aid to the people instead of kind of cutting them off short
Yep.
and not really hearing them out.
Okay. We need to get both sides. We don't make decisions based on one side. There's a whole lot of one side here. We need to have the people in favor. We need the Corps of Engineers tell us what's going to happen. We need the Waikiki folks because they're the ones that get jumped on. We need to have the Palolo folks because they have a different point of view, but not much. Okay.
All right, and then the last thing I had to say was I think there's some other folks that had some things to say that are also involved,
Yep,
just as well as
that's good.
all the other people that you mentioned. So whichever one wants to come up next,
Yeah.
feel free.
Okay. Okay. Somebody else, come on down. Give us something that we need. Yeah. Come on. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
The great Leonardo da Vinci said that water is the driving force of all
Okay.
nature.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
What do you want to say?
Aloha, I am Kawaiola Kauhane.
Yeah.
I am a child of Maui. I was raised in Honokohau Valley on the northwestern side of Maui. Growing up in Honokohau, I lived near a stream, and I personally saw the power in which water held. I personally seen houses being uprooted and trees being pulled out of the ground just by the force of water. I'm a recent transfer to Halau Kumana. I'm a junior.
Good.
And Makiki has become my second home. I'm able to connect to it because of this flowing stream. And I oppose the dam that is to be built inside of this valley because I know the power that this water can hold.
Yeah.
Water will not stop for a cement dam. It will push through, it will flow around, and it will not stop for a cement dam. Thank you for listening to me.
Okay. Good. Okay. What do you
Aloha
got?
mai kako.
Yeah.
My name is Kalihulu Victor, and I am in support of this resolution that we should make to slow down the project and
Okay.
to think about this. To support what Kawai has said in the beginning, there are multiple dams that have broken in the past. The Kelly Barnes Dam in Georgia that killed 39 people.
We'll talk about here, okay, please.
39 people due to the internal erosion that cost $2.5 million. The West Virginia that dam
Talk
that
about Hawaii. Talk about our dam.
that killed 125 people in Buffalo Creek Hollow that had broken because of inadequate spillways. After a period of moderate heavy rain that cost $400 million in damages. The Canyon Lake Dam that had taken the lives of approximately 33 to 237 lives and had cost more than $60 million. And most importantly, in our backyard, on March 14, 2006, 300 to 400 million gallons of water was discharged into the valley of Waialeale on Kauai and had killed 6 people after what we had just heard, 40 days of rain. Across the United States, statistics have shown that there have been 173 dam failures, and 587 dams could have failed, but because of intervention, it was saved. According to the Association of the State Dam Safety Officials, within a span of 8 years. With population increase in Makiki, Palolo, Manoa, and Waikiki, the possibility of having this dam failure would be a catastrophe. And Makiki's dam would be expected to hold 17 million gallons of water with a life expectancy of only 50 years. And yet we are fighting against a 100-year flood. So what are we to do after these 50 years?
Okay.
Mahalo.
Good. So now, stay. Hey. Okay. So we know dam. How about a concrete spillway? The water comes down to Waikiki.
A concrete spillway into
concrete,
Waikiki?
instead of the stream. That'll get it out like in LA. Either you stop it or you let it go.
Okay, in Waialeale, they had the water, the 300 to 400 million gallons of water was discharged because the water went around the dam. So this dam, water will always find its way back. So if we find a spillway, if we stop water, it will find a way, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like Kawai has said, it will always find its way back.
Okay, so if we don't have a dam, we got to do something with the water. So anyway, anybody else got any ideas?
This should be taken into further discussion.
Okay.
And research should be done for the safety of all of the communities.
Okay. I guess we need a copy of the report to read then, huh? The Corps of Engineers, they've been working on it for 4 years now, 10 years.
If they've been researching it for 4 years, then they should know all of these statistics, and they should find an answer, a safe answer.
Good. Okay, great. Okay. Somebody else has an idea. Good.
Hi. My name is Cami Chang, and I have been a resident of Maunalaha Valley most of my life.
Yeah.
I am in the lot. I'm in the first parcel directly across from Halau Kumana, and so I have just found out about this yesterday, and I have just a few emails shared by Dave. Thank you so much. But I really feel that I don't have enough information in order for me to make a sound decision on whether or not I want to support this or not. But I want to know, how is the community going to get the proper information so that we can have discussion? Because right now it's hard for us to have a discussion with something that we don't know.
Yeah.
So how can you guys share that with us?
That's what we're doing here today, is to get that working out. Okay.
Okay, and so so my question is, I would like to know, in what timeline can we expect to have reports? Like, who do we go to? Do we go to our representatives? Do we go to you guys? Where do we get that report?
Okay. The state will help you because they were involved in the beginning. The city council was partly involved. The neighborhood boards were involved back in the 90s and 2005 and 10. So we have some background information.
Does the DLNR have this information as well?
Yeah.
So can we can request for this information as well?
What we really need to go is get the Corps of Engineers, because they did that on the main line and brought it here, and that's the real problem.
Yeah. So the issue I have is
We need to get that.
we are exploring one alternative. We're not even looking at other ways to get this flooding. Whatever you guys are expecting, it's just speculation to me. But I just really am concerned for my ohana that still live there, and I eventually would like to move back there, but this reservoir is going to be directly on our property. It's going to displace our family.
Yeah.
So I'm like personally involved now, and so I just want to thank you so much for your time, but we need to put
Is it going to be a reservoir
pause.
or a settle basement, though? I
I'm
mean,
sorry?
I think it keeps water all the time, or is it just when it comes heavy rain? We don't know.
We don't have enough information to share anything with you, but I just motioned for us to pause on this so that we can get
Oh, yeah.
so we can get proper discussion, so we can have all the
Oh,
information
yeah.
we have.
Yeah.
Excuse me, John.
Yeah.
Can we just listen to what they have to say?
Yeah, I'm
and
trying to get as many people.
not question them. Just listen to what they have to say. We do have time constraints. Yeah.
Good.
But we do have very real time constraints. We have to be out of here by 8:30. So I've what time?
No. No.
8:30. Okay.
We can do it after.
So would you folks agree to like 1 minute per person with no interruption?
No. Let them come up. Come on. Come. Bring us your point of view, but try and tell us, not read the whole thing. We don't have time for all the reading. Go ahead.
Our kupuna were masters in managing and caring for their aina. They understood their resources so well that they were able to develop and maintain systems of food production that not only supported our aquifers, but allowed for extensive water retention, prevented flooding, and provided food for thousands of people. Detailed maps from multiple accounts dating back as far as 1792 show that the Moku of Kona, this aina, used to be one of the most populated and one of the most food-bearing aina in all of Oahu. I just wanted to say that these maps and accounts attest to how good our kupuna were at to how...
No, that's good. Keep going.
I just wanted to say that our kupuna understood their aina, and they understood what this aina could provide and how we can help the aina. And so I just wanted to share a quote that I think really is a good one for us to remember in this time, and that is, O keawi hala kalamaku I keala kupu kupu. The past is the light that will guide us into the future. I strongly implore that we halt the construction of this all-the-way project and instead look to our kupuna, look to the history of this aina, look to what used to be here on the very lands that we stand right now.
Good.
As the Makiki Neighborhood Board, I think that you guys have the power to dictate the type of Hawaii that I will grow up in, the type of Hawaii that my children will grow up in. Yeah. And I want you guys to think about what this dam, what this all-the-way project will mean for the future of our people.
Okay.
Could I finish, please?
Sure.
Ke olu olu mahalo. Let us work together to bring the kanaka of Hawaii back to the lo'i, back to these plains that used to be food production, that used to be natural flood protection for Waiheke. Because all of these developments have come today, that is the reason why we're in this predicament. And I propose that we look to our kupuna to see what to do for the future. And I hope that you guys will consider that.
Thank
Mahalo.
you. Thank you. Okay. You're the teacher? Yeah. Can we get all these things together in writing so we can use them in the future? All these proposals? Yeah.
Okay, I'm not from the school. I'm from the valley. My name is Lena Ala Moses Lopez.
Sure.
I was born and raised in Mauna Loa Valley.
Yep.
And I think everybody's panicking. You know, when I was a little kid, walking down Makiki Stream, crossing over the bridge, the stream had so much water. My uncles used to dive off the bridge into the stream. That's how deep the water was. The stream was really deep. We couldn't walk across. We'd be over our head. We had to. Now the water is just barely trickling, not even up to your knees. You can run across. So what? They're panicking for? Corps of engineers, what are they panicking for? The water is lower than what it was. When I was a little kid, I couldn't even cross Makiki Stream.
Okay.
But where's the water? What happened to the water? What's all this fuss about the water? You know, the water is already down Waikiki. It's not up in the valley.
Yeah.
And even our Mauna Stream hardly ever trickles. And the water is really low. So what are you going to make a dam for?
Thank you. Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Hi, my name is Noel. I come from Halau Kumana.
Yeah.
I agree that the measures should be taken to avoid flooding. However, destroying more land and natural resources should not be, resources cannot be the answer. The federal funds should be used to research and develop more natural and economical ways for our system water to flow unobstructed to the sea. Find ways to open up the obstacles and naturally filter and drain the water on its way to the ocean. Water division is a temporary fix that will have the symptoms that naturally is a temporary fix will have immediate and generational consequences. In essence, this project is attempting to treat the symptoms of disease, but not treating the disease itself. Displacing families, confiscating land, in a state where homelessness is a major issue. And destroying streams in an attempt to control Mother Nature is ignorant and irresponsible. Waikiki was originally marshland, fed by fresh springs and streams flowing from the mountains. It was alive with fish ponds, taro patches, and rice fields that matched the natural landscape. The first thing to interrupt that flow was Waikiki Road that cut across Waikiki through the rice and taro patches. It cuts off the outlets to the ocean. To compensate for the stench and backs up and result, the Halau Canal was built from 1921 to 1924. The proposed solution was compensation and diversion. Why the solution should be restoration. Again, my name is Noel Nickens, and I come from Halau Kumana, and I oppose. Mahalo.
Okay. Is there somebody that has a different point of view that'd like to come in? We've got a very strong contingent here of the same thing. Okay, what you got?
Aloha. So I'm, along with all my schoolmates, I come from Halau Kumana. I am currently a junior, and I wanted to just share that I am in opposition of this said project.
Okay.
In no way am I against the need to protect Waikiki and all its inhabitants, but I implore everyone to look at more ethic alternate solutions like re-implementing more porous surfaces. Like my classmates have said before, our kupuna, our ancestors, were skilled in how they used and conducted themselves with this aina because they lived off of it. This to them was their lifestyle. This to them was an art. The traditional agriculture networks that they set up across the Pai'aina, across this archipelago, is what this land used to be. Bringing back lo'i, bringing back these flooded wetland terraces will help to mitigate the issue of flooding because systems like this return water straight back into aina and to the aquifers. This way of cultural sustainability will help us to keep the beauty of Makiki intact because as of right now, it's not what it used to be.
True.
So I just wanted to stand here today and share with you that I'm in opposition.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Principal, can you gather all? Hey, aren't you the leader here? Can you gather these things and bring them to us? You know, because they're great and they're all talking about the same thing. I'm trying to get some other points of view. Yeah.
Aloha mai. My name is Mapuana Hardy Kahaleo Umi, and I'm a junior. I'm also a junior at Halau Kumana, and I am opposition of the Alawai project, and I have a few things to say about it. So the Hawaiian ideology is that Aina is our parent, Aina is our protector, she is our teacher, and she is our provider, and Makiki, as we all know, is no exception to these things, and she is also more. Makiki is the home of Halau Kumana Public Charter School, and Halau Kumana teaches all of these concepts and all of these values, and we also implement it into the work that we do for Makiki every single day. We clean her, we make sure that she's fed, we provide water for her for a mea kanu or the plants to grow, and for also one day to hopefully feed our community. And I would also like to, my classmates, on behalf of Halau Kumana, I would like to invite all the board members to come and see what we do every single day and to come see how we manage her in a sustainable way and how we come together. And not only just Halau Kumana students, but we invite the community to come and help and clean her as well. We have an annual project that we do. We also have on certain Saturdays, we get our Halau Kumana Ohanas to come and also other community members to come and clean her as well. And Halau Kumana has invested so much time into Makiki, and not only Halau Kumana, like I said, also the other community members who not only live by the stream but do other things for her, whether it's caring for or maintaining other plants that grow on top of not only our property but the property around us and the other parcel of lands that people take care of. We make sure that all of that is mayao and that is pono. And that's why this dam would basically abduct and just displace all the work that we have put in and all the work that community has put into her to make sure she's a safe environment for everybody. And we, or I, but also Halau Kumana, we want to pause this. And we're not in the we don't want to make Waikiki an unsafe place with this 100-year flood that is supposed to be coming. But we also want to look for alternative options that both benefit the upland residents and the lowland residents and the people next to the sea. Mahalo.
Okay,
Chair,
good,
I have
good.
a very brief question.
Yeah.
So I have a question for the person who just testified. You did just invite us to participate in an annual project. I was wondering if you might be able to tell us the date of said project.
Okay. So this project, it was actually established by Halau Kumana, and this project, or this event is called the Makiki Stream Cleanup, or Makiki Aloha Aina, and it's on April 20th. Ooh, and the master, or the person who came up with this and implemented this is Kumu Trevor Atkins. He is one of our many amazing teachers at Halau Kumana who can give you more information about this day and what exactly Halau Kumana does and how we unify the community to come and clean up Makiki. So, Kumu Trevor Atkins.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aloha. I'm not up here to take credit for any of that. That was the students. But I wanted you've been asking for new perspectives, and so I just wanted to maybe call the question to the board is if unless you folks do have the information that you need, I think what we're asking you folks is if you need to hear multiple perspectives, then it might be time for halt this for a little bit so that you can hear from the Army and the city and the state and everybody else. So I'm calling for somebody to motion for the resolution that we sent in.
He's not a board member.
Yeah, I'm asking if there's any board members that would consider supporting this either tonight or at your next meeting.
Okay. To get together?
Aloha, I have one final thought, and it's time sensitive, okay? So I'm a teacher at Halau Kumana Public Charter School. I'm also a resident in the Tantalus area. So yesterday morning, there were a total of 10 Army Corps engineers on our campus taking measurements. So if we want to be transparent about communicating, we need to be honest about that transparency. And if our community board has known about this for the last 4 or 5 years, and this is the first board meeting that our community is showing up in mass numbers, in reaction to these 10 people on our campus taking measurements, telling us that the capacity of this dam that is being proposed, drafted, already submitted, has a life capacity of 50 years. Now we're talking to the people taking the measurements yesterday, wanting to know, oh, welcome to our campus. You are, because as a public school, we have to allow access. We were notified for these engineers to come do that. The transparency is not there. They are on our campus already taking measurements as if there is some sort of construction that's about to take place. So please be advised that we are awake and we know what's happening in our community. So if you are going to proceed with the resolution and with the proposals that are being adopted here tonight or reviewed, that you are also aware that they're already starting this project.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good to know. Yeah, good. A lot of things. You got something else?
Hi, I'm back because I don't think that we were given like adequate time to like voice our opinions. I personally feel that we've been disrespected as community members of this place. So with that, one thing that caught me when Mr. Sam Mitchell here said or mentioned how you folks as a board should allow for community input, and you had said, oh yeah, now we got to do that.
No. We believe in that first place, community input.
Right. Okay. Yes, that's what you guys are doing here. I like to thank you guys for that, but also I like to remind you guys that we're really set on our opinion on and our stance on this. And I know you had said that you were looking for like other perspectives from the other side. And let me just clear something up for you.
Yeah.
None of us are in opposition of protecting Waikiki. We all know that's a pretty integral part of life here. Contributes a lot to the economy. A lot of us have to pass through it to get to wherever, like the east side. And a lot of us actually at the school are from there, so we live there. We're part of that community as well. So yes, it's from both sides. It's not only from the angry natives up north.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And by the way, Iolani School, they're more upset than you are because they're going to have their land inundated too. So it's a whole lot of good things.
Chair, before any motions, I want to clarify a couple of things. One for you, Chair Steelquist, and the other, I think, for a lot of us here. The basic premise, you're talking about wanting to hear both sides. I believe more in Makavalo that there's many sides, but I just wanted to see, is anyone in this room here to testify in support of the project?
No.
Okay, so the reason why I asked that question is I heard you say you want to hear both sides, and I think that's part of why people were feeling rushed, because they're not all saying the same thing. There's multiple perspectives that lead to the same conclusion. So that leads to the second thing I want to clarify is that we're not asking everyone here to vote in opposition to the project. We don't even know if we're in opposition because we're so extremely uninformed. The resolution is putting a pause so that we can get more information, partner, and work it out. So I was hoping, like all the other neighborhood boards that this has come before them, that you folks would support this resolution to put a pause. It's not a resolution to oppose the project, but to put a pause.
Yeah.
And if you folks are willing to support that, now there's unity across many neighborhood boards.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah. Yes.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead. I have a question for you.
I have a question for you very quickly. Oh, no, sorry.
No.
For
The guy that was just talking.
Life. Yes.
Hi, guys. Sorry.
No, I have a question for the other individual. So pardon me, what was your name one more time?
My name is Keola.
Keola, thank you. So thank you for your testimony there. We just heard, of course, that this was not, the resolution was not in opposition to the project. But my understanding is the second be it resolved, the be it further resolved, is specifically related to being against those areas being used for retention base.
Yes, so we're not, but this is a $350 million project. Mm-hmm. We believe a detention basin, if we got to put them somewhere, I vote the golf course over a school any day. But we're also talking about detention basin is not necessarily the solution, and let's look at different options, whether it's in addition or instead. This project has been in the works since 1998. So to address, it's not preliminary stages. It's 20 years in the making. By the time it hits the media, it's usually a done deal. And I'm not saying it's a done deal, but the DLNR granted right of entry to many parcels, including our parcel, and that's why 10 surveyors showed up yesterday, because that was already approved.
So I'll just very briefly add to that. My understanding is currently the golf course is actually part of the flood basin.
Yes.
Well, our resolution is not touching golf course, but the proposed resolution is that, like private properties, public schools and cultural significant lands should not be considered for detention basins.
Yes, we got our motion.
While you guys are checking IDs, if you're not happy with aspects of the resolution, maybe you can make a motion to at least pause the project and not have a detention basin on a public school property. And if you can at least agree on that, we'd really appreciate that.
I just want to know, that if we're all supposed to get together in April and we want to do a separate meeting, and if they say, no, we're not going to get together, is there any way that we can get together as a full community?
We are here every month, and we can talk as long
But
as.
is there any other way? Because one, we don't fit in this room. Two, there's not enough people who are here to support
we can
it.
always get a bigger room, too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how do we get that out to the community so people who do support it can come and give you
Yeah,
your
no, we've
separate-
been to Rosewood High School. We can make it work.
No problem. Secondly, the TMT on Mauna Kea was built like this. No one really knew about it till it was on social media and we're flying up there.
Yeah.
So let's not
We
be
don't let that
blind.
happen
No,
here, no.
Let's not be blind-eyed and have them come into our community thinking, oh, we're just measuring. No one is just measuring right now. Because I can tell you, when they start building, when the shovels come out, we'll be there. I don't know about you guys.
Aloha, my name is Miki Hui Hui. Hi. Thank you for everyone's time in Mana. I just wanted to underscore and advocate for that resolution that's sitting before you. The issue is timing. So the community wasn't engaged. Everybody agrees on that. Not adequately engaged at all. And then it went to the DLNR, and they approved it as is without the community being engaged. And now it is going to the Capitol to be signed over to get this $135 million tomorrow morning. That's happening. That's been the urgency in this effort. This is why Manoa board came together and agreed to pass that resolution that the neighborhood board would put a pause on it. That's why Diamond Head did it unanimously last week. That's why Palolo is putting it on their agenda. This detention basin, your community is here. If you can figure out a way to formally say that without more information and a very concerned community who has not been engaged, we'd like to join our other neighborhood boards in the Honolulu area on putting a pause on this project before the governor signs it tomorrow.
Okay.
That is urgent. We can't wait
Thank
till
you.
April.
Thank you.